Good morning and welcome to the Peak District, specifically Youlgreave in the White Peak. We've got a 6 kilometre 4 mile walk. We're going into Bradford Dale, Lathkill Dale, and then walk through the beautiful village of Youlgreave. So yeah, plenty of history around here again. Quarrying, lead mining, farming. We'll see if we can see the well dressings. Okay, it's going to be a beautiful day again. It's going to be a great day. Step out of the car park, onto the road, turn right. I'll just pop up to where they are now and bear left onto that footpath. That's going to take us down into Bradford Dale. Footpath's a bit muddy, but we have had a bit of rain recently. Just follow this down now, all the way down to the river. So this is the path we're coming down. It does improve as you come down. Up Bradford Dale. As we're walking along, you can see these dams. There's a series of 4 dams, and they would have been to supply water to the mills that were in this valley. It's usually a corn mill, may have been a stone grinding mill as well, and basically they hold back water and then they allow a measured amount to go through the sluice into a goit, which will go to the mill at regulated rate, turning the wheel at a speed that the miller wants it at, and so they're controlling the grinding process. They're also ideal for keeping back the fish, so fishermen can come and fish in the pools, and I believe it's trout in this river, and catch the trout a little bit easier. The stream is there, or the river is there. A few obstacles in the way. Looks like if there's been a lot of rain and a bit of flooding, this path will be flooded. Yeah, it's easily passable, no problem. So meet this bit of a T-junction that goes up to the road. That old building there is part of the old mill. We turn this way. Rocks are a bit slippery. Limestone, when it's a bit wet, is slippery. Especially when it's been polished with thousands of boots. Cross over this bridge. I was looking at the bottom end of a dam which goes across there, and the weir. We're on this old bridge now. And if you want a shorter walk, you can turn left and follow the river down, which is a beautiful walk down there. We're going to pick up the river a little bit later on. We're going this way. See these rocks here. Ooh, what's this? Interesting. I know there are a few of these around. I've seen them before. If I can find out who's done them, I shall put their name up on the screen. We're actually going up this dale here. We've got to cross over the river, which I've done. The main track goes up to Middleton, just straight up that dale. Information board telling us all about Middleton Dale and the old corn mill. We're going up into there and around this bigger lump which is to our left and back into Bradford Dale. So that's the main track that goes up to Middleton. We're turning this way. Wend our way up. I believe all of this here was sheep pens, where they would dip the sheep. The factory was just over there, where they made all sorts of things. Whatever they could turn their hand to, they made. Cardboard pill boxes, bobbins for the spinning mills, all sorts of things. There's even a little school there for the kids, which is excellent to hear. There's mainly women that were working there, and probably the men would have been the guys that looked after the machinery in those days. Some steps. Interesting how they put the panelling on for dogs to come up and down. Go through this gate. Keep following the valley upwards. Beautiful. Got another bridge this time. It's big limestone slabs. Ooh, sun's very low at the moment. So how tempting it is to cross that bridge, we don't. We continue following the stream on the left hand side. The limestone slab bridge is just down there. So we'll continue following the stream round. And then there's a bit of a path leading up through this field to a gate in that wall where the wooden pylon is. I've just come up this little bit of a re-entrant, and behind me is the gate. You can see the pylons behind. There's a bit of a ruin to the left, and we're going to just follow this path. So we're heading towards this next stile. Beautiful views around the countryside, except for the pylons. Bit of a fat man squeeze through there. See Youlgreave now in the distance. I believe it's just there to indicate where we're going. They may put an electric fence up at some point, but we're heading for that over there. Looks like another fat man squeeze. You can see the harrowing, the ancient way of farming. Not very clear, but you can sort of see the shadowing. We're still heading towards the church, going through stiles, and then we'll be dropping down back into Bradford Dale. Come across this multi-signposted gate. Watch for the electric fence. Bit of a shed down here, and I believe this is where we turn down back into Bradford Dale. Go through this wooden stile. Down here, now this metal gate area. This ancient passageway into Narnia. Youlgreave straight ahead. Quite a nice walk actually through them fields. Some nice views across the pastures. It's a bit dark, I know. Bit of a cave in there. I'm just going to drop down to the river. You may remember when we crossed the bridge at the beginning, I said if you turn left you can follow that track all the way back to Youlgreave. Well, that's the track. You can cross this bridge here and go up into town. Crossing over this bridge, going through that wooden gate over there and following the river down. One of the most picturesque rivers in the Peak District, Bradford Dale. And following the Limestone way. We're just approaching Youlgreave's very own outdoor swimming pool. Swim at your own peril. But yeah, that'll be really nice on a sunny afternoon after the sun's been on the water a while. And you've got al fresco changing on the bench over there. Yeah, not for me, I'm afraid. But yeah, Youlgreave swimming pool. And I'm not kidding. So we've got to the little hamlet of Bradford. We pass through this gate. That road will lead us back up to the centre of Youlgreave. And we cut straight across here. We get onto Bradford Coach Road. So this is quite a pleasant wander down here now till we get to Old Port. Oh, just looking back at Bradford from the Coach Road. The Youlgreave Church on the hill. So under this big overhang, there's a bench, and it's dedicated to Harold G, a man with a crooked stick, and his beloved wife Joan. We'll continue down the Coach Road, leaving that beautiful arch bridge behind us. So as we walk down the valley, every now and again, you'll see caves. If you've got young kids, you might want to send them up there to have a look inside there, see if there's any black bears in there, munching on the last children that ventured into his cave. Okay, so that road goes up to a farm. I'll leave that for now. And we go through this kissing gate. Follow this track, which is following the river down to Old Port. So we're now approaching Rhinestone Rock. big cliff of limestone. I believe there's a few climbs on it, although I've never seen anybody climbing on here the amount of times I've walked down this valley. Yeah, looks impressive. Not far now to Allport, just round a couple of corners. Hopefully we'll be in the sunshine then. There we are, look. So we're going to go through to the side of this gate, these ancient houses here at Allport. So we're now leaving the River Bradford and picking up the River Lathkill. Confluence is just down there. Bit of a bench for a spot of lunch. River Lathkill down there. So we've come up that track there, going to cross over the road which leads up to Youlgreave, go through that gate and keep right on the footpath. The hamlet of Allport, just down there, was a centre for lead mining. And there's a couple of mills as well. So following the path to Conksbury. Don't go in their yard. Just follow this path, which from experience can be muddy after rain. Second gate. And just follow it all the way up to the bridge. So for the last couple of 200-300 metres, we've since the road, we've just been hopping through walls, either a gap or squeeze style or a little gate, quite a few of them. I'm just following this hedge line. Raper Lodge, beautiful lodge. I think the first time I saw it was on the John Groats to Land's End, and it was a bit of a ruin then, or uncared for. And I came back about 10 years after, and it'll be converted, renovated, and what have you. We'll be walking past it in a few minutes. Must have been to the bridge. We're going through this little gate and turning right. We'll have a look at the nice bridge over the River Lathkill. See if we can see any trout. One of my favourite bridges. It's beautiful. So just come from down there where the bridge was. Earlier we came through that squeeze there. It's Ripper Lodge. We're going up this hill, so climbing out of Lathkill Dale and back up to Youlgreave. So Ripper Lodge on the map has been renamed as Conksbury Lodge. Beautiful house. Steep incline to get up here. Just wandering along the lane now to get back to Youlgreave. Just come up that little lane there, and now we're going down this road. Church is just down there, and a pub, shops. Oh yeah. So what do I think about this walkabout around Youlgreave, Bradford Dale and Lathkill Dale? Yeah, it's beautiful. We've been coming here as a family for nearly 40 years in variations of this walk. It's really, really nice. As in most places in the Peak District, it's a bit muddy underfoot in places, but yeah, the scenery is fantastic. There's lots of little bits and bobs to get interested in. Yeah, six kilometres, 3 hours, very little climbing really. Yeah, get out here, it's fantastic. I put a few shorter routes in as well on the map. If you don't want to do the full six kilometres, you might want to bring your swimming cosy and go swimming. But yeah, fantastic. So until next time, happy hiking.